a week after. And
so you're missing your whole wallet?
Yeah, I was missing my whole wallet. And what that is, they had stacked a bunch of pictures in front of the chair that I eventually found my wallet on, but I couldn't see the wallet because of the pictures. So when I started to move the pictures into my pod, the last picture, when I grabbed it, I looked and there was my wallet wide open.
Okay.
So in the videos, even though you can't see my wallet, you can see their behavior. And at one point in the fifth clip that I have, it shows Charles walking all the way across the room and then grabbing a jacket or a top off the arm of the chair right by there, and then throwing it over something onto that chair and then walking back.
And you think you think your wallet was in there?
I do, and the other reason why, I'm not out to. We have used Cowboy for years.
Yeah, we have too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just never thought twice. And I needed help. I needed help packing, as you could see in the video.
Yeah, you were moving stuff to a shed in the back or something?
No, I had a pod, and so I was going to move. I was going to move some things into the pod, and then some things to the house that I was moving to. So they were just taking stuff out to the pod that I had already packed, and then then I was trying to decide what was going to go and what was going to go to the house.
Yeah. Now, I want to ask another thing, because this is important. You said a $32,000 painting?
No, I hate to even talk about this on the radio, Tom. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, and it was just one.
Did you have it insured?
Yes, but the thing is that it was on the stairs, and when they come in, you can see this in different videos. But right when they first come in, and I give them, they wanted to see the whole house, and I took them up the stairs. Jorge stays behind, and then he walks over and spends time on the stairs there, and then he comes back over.
Okay. Was it the only piece of art? Was it the only piece of art on their stairs there?
No, it was in the middle of.
Would they have known? Would they have known that particular piece of art was $32,000?
I don't know how. I don't know how.
Okay. Do you have a receipt or anything showing the authenticity and value of that painting? You have to have that for insurance.
I have an appraisal.
You do have an appraisal for that particular piece of art.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you had it insured, you can put that in as insurance,
Yeah, but the thing is that the art that's gone has been in our family for generations, and it was my responsibility to take care and protect.
When do you think he took the art?
I have no idea. Like I said, it was brutal for me to even watch these videos.
I thought in the video the art was actually on the wall. Is that not correct?
Yeah, a lot of it. And
no, we're talking about all I care about is the one that you say was stolen. Was it ever on the wall in your videos?
It was on the wall. You just didn't see it.
Okay, but then when did it get on the stairs? When did it go from the wall to the stairs?
No, it was on the wall on the stairs.
I see. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It was on the wall as you're going up the stairs. Okay, so so this guy, you think, out of all the art there, he saw that one and somehow took it off the wall and marched it outside somewhere.
No, that's not the only one missing. There's other art that's missing, and the art that we had, like I said, it's been in my family for generations.
You need to call the police. And by the way, the police would never say, no. Okay. Okay, you did? You have a police report. Do you have a case number?
I have an incident number.
Okay, good. If you can give it to us, we'll find out where they are on the investigation. It is not a civil matter when art goes missing of that value. And the owner of the moving company said he wants you to file a police report because they want to be vindicated. They want an investigation done. They really do. They want an investigation. They seem pretty adamant about it.
Did you ever find your wallet, by the way?
Yes, it was empty, she said.
Yeah,
got it.
I found it like a week
I'm telling
later,
you, this story is like, man, I'm going back and forth like crazy on this.
Well, hold on.
She sounds pretty damn legit as far as the art. I thought you were kind of nutty, to be honest, but I don't think you are anymore.
There's nothing to do. Just forget about the panties and the cash. This art thing, if she has art worth thousands and thousands of dollars, how many pieces of art are missing?
4.
It just doesn't seem like something.
She says she has appraisals on them.
Yeah, but it just doesn't seem like something that movers would care about. Do you know what I'm saying?
Can you send us those appraisals?
Okay, I know. And to be honest, I mean, when I talked to them at the beginning, when I was hiring them, and I asked the gal, I said, now, there's a lot of, antiques. There was a lot of stuff here that was very valuable, and I tried so much so that I tried to play to their compassionate side. I tried to. I just wanted them to know that I appreciate them, and I wanted them to appreciate.
You feel that that part really? I don't need to get into all that. What I need to get to the nitty gritty. One of the paintings you say missing was hanging on the wall as you go up the stairs. Where were the others?
Right. One was hanging up above next to the grandfather clock. And then, and actually another one, there were 4.
Why did they pick those 4? Why those 4? Which happened to be your most expensive, right?
No, not at all.
Oh,
but,
okay. So no matter what this will alleviate a lot of my curiosity. No matter what they would have taken, they would have been expensive pieces of art, is what you're saying. They just happened to pick 4 at random. They
weren't the most expensive ones.
Okay, I got it. That makes it more credible. And I'm not saying they did it. I mean, your house was wide open. I don't know.
Is it possible they got packed in some of these boxes? Have you looked through the actual boxes?
Oh, man. Okay, so I had to
Hold on.
There's a reason Frank Duran sells more homes in a month than most realtors sell all year. He's a master certified negotiation expert with over 26 years experience. Simply put, he'll sell your property for more money. Frank Duran with RE/MAX Alliance at frankduranhomes.com.
Don't pay more than you have to. Free insurance comparisons. Call Compass Insurance. 303-771-HELP.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, we have Joan Sullivan with us, approval reverse. I have another quick question. Joan, on a home that you want to sell, but you're not, you're just selling to move on. How does it work? And she's with approval reverse mortgage, by the way. We're talking about reverse loans. So you have the loan, you have the amount that has accumulated. How would it work if you're moving on to another place or a nursing home or something? You're selling the house. How does it work?
There are, just like any real estate transaction. So the homeowner or the family, if the person's passed away, would pick the realtor and list the house for sale and sell it just as you would in a normal real estate transaction, as long as there's still equity in the property. Now, let's say that there is no equity left in the property. Then at that point, the homeowner or the family would just sign a deed in lieu of foreclosure over to the lender, and they would walk away. They have no responsibility for repayment of that loan.
And what about if it's left to an estate? Would the estate ever be liable? Do the heirs have to give all of their inheritance before? Because we're always told that in a death, the estate has to be settled. So what would happen if the house is way less than the loan?
If the house is worth less than the outstanding loan balance, then they have no legal responsibility to pay it either. So they would just sign the house over again to the lender and walk away. And if there's assets, if there's, $100,000 in assets that they're inheriting, they would still inherit that money.
See, okay, that's pretty cool. Approval reverse mortgage. If you have any questions, she's right here right now, 303-713-TALK, and I'll give out her number before she leaves. Mike, let's go back to you. So, Mike, here, I just want to explain a situation that happened one time, a real-life story. A guy has his truck parked outside, or his car, outside of his house. Somebody runs into it. It was an old one with a lot of miles. They say to him, the thing's only worth about $400 or $500. And he said, well, I want to get it fixed. Well, we can't. We're totaling it. Well, I want to get it fixed. I want to buy it back. They say, okay, it's going to cost you about $400 or $500 to buy it back. So in other words, the net result was his car he got to keep, and he didn't have to pay for it. Now, think about how ridiculous that is, Mike. That's like someone knocking at your door and saying, hey, Mike, we just destroyed your car, but we have good news for you. You get to keep it, and you don't have to pay anything. Now think about that. Now, I'm hoping your situation isn't that ridiculous. When your neighbor hit your parked car, they said you could either fix it or salvage it, okay? How much are they offering?
It's a 2000 Ford Ranger, and they offered me $2,700 for salvage, but they're coming today to pick it up. But my question is, shouldn't I ask them, don't you give me a receipt for it? And they said no.
Well, of course they should.
Well, it's just a tow truck picking it up, though.
Yeah, I know, but at least something to saying he surrendered it to him. I mean, just something, or take a picture of it. I mean, why wouldn't they at least,
Why do you care, though? I mean, do you think they're going to put the okey doke on you? I mean, what do you care?
Well, I was just, what proof do I have who took it?
How about this?
I'll take a picture of it.
How about this?
They're coming today.
Do you think that's a fair price, by the way, the $2,700? Did you do a little due diligence?
Yeah, I think so, because I tried to trade it in earlier.
Okay.
It was worth $600.
Okay, so you're getting a good deal. Make sure it includes sales tax too.
Okay, but I'm waiting for them to deliver the paper, and then they say I mail them the title.
Okay.
It's in a packet.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You didn't do bad, actually. There are people who do way worse than that. So that's pretty good. You didn't do that bad. Now, I got to do this follow-up. Joe.
Yes.
You had tile work done by Robert Bridges. We had somebody go out and look at it, and they confirmed that it's not the product. It's the installation, the way it was crowned. He didn't do it properly. He didn't lay it with third overlaps. He laid it with half overlaps like a brick, and it was on the box. It says lay overlapped 1/3, and he didn't do it.
And it says do not do it this way, which he did.
Yeah, he flat out did exactly opposite, or not, I don't know, opposite, but different than what the manufacturer recommended. So we thought he should redo it. What's the follow-up?
I just talked to him about a half an hour ago, and he's blaming me for approving that way we installed the tile.
But you don't get to wait a minute. So now he's saying you approved it. Why? Did he ever come to you and say, Joe, do you like it like this or like that?
Would you rather have it crooked or not?
No. Did he ask you specifically how you wanted the overlap?
No. All he did is I looked at the contract I signed with him. He said the tile is installed in a horizontal pattern, 12 by 24. But the problem of it is he picked up all the tile and brought it to the property. I didn't ever see the tile.
Joe, what difference does that make? It's not your fault. I mean, you don't have to defend yourself.
I did speak to him again, Tom.
I mean, this Robert Bridges, he sounded like a pretty good guy, but this is going to ruin his reputation. He did it wrong. All you had to do was look at the damn box. How much did he charge you for installation?
A little over $3,200.
And how much was the tile?
The total cost of the tile and the grout was a little over $3,500.
Okay, you're right in there. I would take him. I would go to small claims court. I don't see how you lose. It's $6,700. I would absolutely take him to small claims court for every single.
This guy Bridges is blaming everybody.
He's wrong. We'll hear what he said coming right up.
Time for a little troubleshooter trivia. Who does Mark Major and Tom Martino use anytime they buy property in Colorado? Who sells more homes in a month than most realtors sell in a year? And who's a certified negotiation expert with over 26 years experience? You know the answer. Frank Duran.